As I'm looking back at my 20s, I'm filled with pride and joy. Those years were a whirlwind of experiences, growth and self-discovery. I remember the thrill of landing my first real job and the sense of independence that came with it. I traveled when I could, broadening my horizons and collecting memories that still bring a smile to my face. My 20s were formative and overall incredibly positive. And today, as I reflect on those years, I'm inspired to identify the habits, experiences and skills I believe helped me to develop the most. So let's jump right in. First up, let's talk about the power of a growth mindset. This isn't just a trendy buzzword. This mindset shift can have a profound impact on your success. In fact, a study found that students with a growth mindset were more likely to take on challenges and persist in the face of setbacks. Imagine two people facing a difficult task. One says, "I can do this." The other says, "I can't do this yet." Who do you think is more likely to succeed? The first person has a fixed mindset, believing their abilities are set in stone. The second person with a growth mindset sees the challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow. That is the difference a growth mindset makes. To develop a growth mindset, start by reframing negative self-talk. Instead of saying that I'm terrible at public speaking, try to say public speaking is challenging, but I'm improving with each presentation. This simple shift in language can dramatically change your approach to obstacles. Another key aspect of developing a growth mindset is seeking out constructive feedback and viewing it as a valuable tool to help you to improve. Instead of feeling defensive or discouraged by criticism, try to see it as a roadmap for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this feedback? How can I use it to become better? Remember, your abilities aren't set in stone. With effort and persistence, you can develop new skills and overcome obstacles. Embrace challenges as opportunities to grow and watch how it transforms your life. With a growth mindset in place, you are better equipped to take on new challenges and experiences. This leads us to our next important point, and that is getting out of your comfort zone. Your 20s are like your career and personal growth sandbox. This is the time to lean into new opportunities because your opportunity cost is relatively low as you have fewer responsibilities and more flexibility than you will have later in your life. A study found that embracing new experiences can lead to increased cognitive function and overall life satisfaction. Challenge yourself to try new things. Take on that project at work that scares you a little. Sign up for that class you have been eyeing. Start that side hustle you have been dreaming about. The beauty of your 20s is that you can afford to try things, and here's the important part, you can afford to fail. If something doesn't work out, you have time to get up, dust yourself off, and try again. As you step out of your comfort zone, remember that not everything will go smoothly. That is why it is important to embrace failure as a teacher. I know, failure doesn't feel good. I was there as well, so I know how it feels. But here's a tough but important lesson. Learning to embrace failure is one of the best things you can do for yourself. As you take on risks and try new things, you will inevitably face setbacks. However, research shows that reflecting on past failures can lead to better performance in the future. By reframing failure as a learning opportunity, you will become more resilient and better prepared for future challenges. Think of failure as something that will teach you to be better and stronger. Each time you fail, you're gaining valuable information. Maybe you learn what doesn't work for you, or you discover a strength you didn't even know you had. Don't let the fear of failure hold you back to go after your dreams or taking on new challenges. Remember that every successful person you admire has a long list of failures behind them. The difference is that they use those failures as stepping stones. For example, there's Oprah, who was fired from her first job as a news anchor because she was too emotional. She then went on and became one of the most successful talk show hosts and media moguls in the world. Then there is Milton Hershey. He was fired from his apprenticeship and founded 3 candy businesses, but all of them failed. Then he founded the Lancaster Caramel Company, which later became Hershey's, as he recognized that there is going to be demand for milk chocolate. Once you have learned to see failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock, you will be more open to continuous learning. This brings us to our next point, and that is the importance to invest in your own education. In today's fast-paced world, continuous learning isn't just an option, it is a necessity. Your 20s are the perfect time to level up your skills and knowledge. I find it fascinating that based on a study, 65% of children entering primary school today will ultimately end up working in completely new job types that don't even exist yet. By consistently upgrading your skills, you will stay competitive and adaptable. This doesn't necessarily mean going back to school for another degree. It is about identifying areas where you want to improve or explore and then finding ways to learn. You can take online courses, attend workshops, read books, but also listen to podcasts. Perfect your current skill set to excel in your job or learn entirely new skills to open up fresh business opportunities. And remember, every new skill you acquire is a potential new revenue stream. You never know where your learning journey might lead you. Additionally, learning new skills can boost your confidence and make you more adaptable in an ever-changing job market. Don't be afraid to explore fields outside of your current expertise, because cross-disciplinary knowledge can be a very powerful asset in today's job market. With your newfound knowledge and skills, you will be better prepared to make strategic moves in your career. Speaking of which, switch jobs strategically. With your growth mindset in place, you are better equipped to make strategic career moves. Interestingly, a report suggests that employees who stay at a company longer than 2 years on average could be earning 50% less over their lifetime. This underscores the importance of being proactive in your career decisions. You heard that right. Switching jobs can be a smart move for both your career progress and your bank account. Many people think that job hopping looks bad, but here's the truth. If you are not changing companies every now and then you might be leaving a significant amount of money on the table. When you switch jobs, you often receive a premium on your salary. This is your chance to maximize your earning potential. The ideal frequency depends on your role, industry, and location. For example, in tech, it is not uncommon to switch every 12 to 18 months. In more traditional industries, you might want to stay a bit longer. The point is to be strategic about it. It is crucial to emphasize that while money is important, it shouldn't be the only factor in your decision-making process. Always, but always prioritize opportunities that offer the best chance for learning and growth. Look for roles that will challenge you, expand your skill set, and provide valuable experiences. Remember, your 20s are prime time for your career exploration. Use this time to try different roles and industries. Each new position is a chance to learn about yourself, your strengths, and what you truly want from your career. Now, I promise you 5 things you should do in your 20s, but I have a bonus tip for you. Consider this the +1. This last point is just as crucial as the others, if not more so. Let's talk about why it is so important to build a strong network. As you navigate your career, remember that success isn't just about what you know, but also who you know. The connections you make in your 20s can shape your entire career. Based on a survey, 85% of all jobs are filled through networking, which highlights the importance of building and maintaining professional relationships. Attend industry events if you can, join professional organizations, and don't be afraid to reach out to people you admire for informational interviews. A strong network can open doors to opportunities you might have never found on your own. And remember, networking is a two-way street. Always look for ways to add value to your connections, whether it is through sharing knowledge, offering assistance, or making introductions. This approach will help you to build genuine and long-lasting professional relationships. And that was it for today's video. The 5+1 things you should do in your 20s. By incorporating these practices into your life, you will be setting yourself up for success in the years to come. Remember, it is not about perfection, it is about progress. Take it one step at a time and you will be amazed at how far you can go. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, subscribe and watch another video. See you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.